What's up, guys? Today we're going to be going over my top 5 Warlock exotics for Void 3.0 coming out with Witch Queen in this entire next year. These are going to be the exotics I think will be used the most for builds and the ones you want to lock in some good rolls heading into Witch Queen. So if you don't have these exotics or good rolls on them, definitely jump into the Legend Lost sectors whenever they have these armor types. And overall, I'm super excited for Void 3.0 on Warlock because outside of Stasis, Void is by far my most played subclass on Warlock. Between the perks of Devour, Bloom, and then also Dark Matter on middle, those are some of my favorite perks to build around in the entire game. And it's not clear exactly how 3.0 will work, if they'll still have those perks or fragments and aspects like them. But no matter what, 3.0 should be really good to build around on Warlock. So let's get right into the list. Starting off in the 5th spot, I actually have 2. I couldn't really pick between these 2 exotics. The first one is going to be Eye of Another World, and this one's going to be pure passive, just getting your grenade, melee, and rift back. Unlike a lot of other exotics on this list, you won't need like a certain elemental weapon or anything like that. This is going to be completely passive, which might make it pretty good for harder content where you can't really rely on chaining kills back to back. That way you'll still get the passive recharge rate on those 3 abilities. And the R1 sharing the 5th spot is going to be Controverse Hold. The one reason I don't have this one higher is because we don't know what type of charge grenades it will be in 3.0. But if there's a really good charge grenade, obviously pairing that up with Controverse Hold would be really good. That way every single time you throw the charge grenade, you'll get a chunk back. And just like the Eye of Another World, it'll be pretty passive, won't require any weapons, anything like that. And it should be good for all levels of content, just like the Eye of Another World. Before we move on to number 4, a quick word from today's video sponsor. This video was sponsored by Tactical. Find out why it was rated the best competitive game by Google Play by downloading the game via my link in the description or the QR code on screen right now. Use promo code TACTIDE and get 50 Jason shards, an RPG, and also 50,000 silver. Tactical is a fast-paced mobile shooter that uses realistic physics, cars, and even destructible environments. Play against 20 million other players in game modes like Battle Royale, among other objective game modes. What got me interested in this game initially is the fast-paced gameplay, but what made me stick around is the amount of different builds and characters you can use in this game. There are currently 28 operators and more than 70 weapons and special equipment, and every single character has its own skill tree you can unlock. The one I started building into is Thor, which is all about speed, which led me to use a SMG, which is going to be a fast-paced weapon, and just like the characters, you can upgrade them along the way and unlock different mods and increase their power. So overall, the build I have going on is all about fast-paced action, just getting right in there, then getting right out with my fast dodge cooldown. I also have a really powerful grenade for groups. So overall, it really fits my playstyle, and as I unlock more and more, it'll just get better and better. So if you want to try out Tactical, you can download the game via my link in the description or the QR code on screen. Use promo code TACTIDE, TACTIDE, and get 50 Jason shards, an RPG, and also 50,000 silver. Once again, thanks to Tactical for sponsoring today's video. Coming in at number 4, I have the Mantle of Battle Harmony. For this one, you will have to be using a Void weapon, which shouldn't be a problem at all. 1, because there's all kinds of good Void energy weapons. And number 2, because the way a lot of the builds work in the game right now, where you have to match up your elemental weapons to your subclass with all the elemental well mods, then even with the new rework of the Masterwork orbs now being a mod tied to the element of your weapon, it seems like the system of matching your elemental weapons up to your subclass is going to continue, and you have to do the same thing for the Mantle. And when you do that, getting Void weapon kills will help you get your super quicker. Then once you have your super, it will give you the damage buff, which does stack with things like Font of Might, so it'll give you really good Void weapon damage. Moving on to number 3, I have the Skull. This one hasn't been meta for quite a long time, but if Void 3.0 is anything like the Stasis fragments and aspects, there will be more than likely a really good fast super build, and using Skull will obviously enhance that, getting the first 50% back for free, depending on what aspects and fragments there are, and it could be like an infinite super chain. Now, my top 2 Warlock exotics for 3.0 should not surprise anyone that watches my videos on a regular basis. At number 2, we have Verdi's Brow, pretty much my most used Warlock exotic of all time. So you would think this would be number 1 on my list, but I think the other exotic helmet, which you probably already know what it is going to be a little bit better for Void. But with Verdi's, using a Void weapon just like the Mantle will result in getting your grenade back a lot faster, than also doing up to double damage with said grenade. So depending on what grenades we have, if there's Devour, Bloom, anything like that, this will not only help you get your grenade extremely fast, but also make that grenade a lot stronger. and is all around the best exotic for grenade specific builds, and that will definitely not change with Void 3.0, and I'm sure there'll be quite a few builds with this exotic in Void 3.0. But coming in at number 1 will be the Mercian Sin. I think this one will be better than Verdi's Brow for Void 3.0. Whenever you get a Void damage kill, not just a Void weapon, but any Void kill, so that'll be including all 3 of your abilities, your grenade, melee, and super, it will increase all of your ability energy recharge rate, which includes your super, so you'll get all of your abilities back quicker and your super. So unlike the Verdi's Brow, this will help with all types of ability builds, not just your grenade. And unlike Verdi's Brow, this one you will not have to use a Void weapon. Obviously it will help and make it more efficient, but with a good grenade build or just a good all-round ability build, you should be able to chain those void damage kills without even using a weapon, which is definitely a plus compared to Verdi's not having to lock into an exact elemental weapon type. And yeah, those are my top 5, well actually 6 Warlock exotics to get for Void 3.0 in Witch Queen. Like I said, if you don't have any of these exotics locked in with good rolls, definitely try to get that done before the Witch Queen. You have roughly 3 weeks. And I plan on making the same video for Titan then Hunter, so definitely look forward to that. And I think that's gonna be it for the video. Like usual, thanks for watching. Catch you guys next time.